Hey guys, what's up? This is Damien, just making a real quick video today. I just wanted to talk about how some dating advice sounds smart on paper, but the more you follow it, the worse you actually become. Let me just run through all these. So, the first one is don't text too fast. This has some truth to it. The idea is you kind of want to actually space out your texts here and there, and then sometimes you want to be pinging off each other in text. So actually, you know, it's normal to have your phone in hand and you two are responding back and forth with each other. Just put it down every now and then. Okay. The next one is say this exact opener. You're not going to have the level of emotional understanding on when to deliver that line that your friend does, right? Your friend may use an opener consistently, but he understands when to do it. Saying those exact words, I wouldn't try to replicate that. I would take the actual frame of that opener and try to make my own version. But doing it in the moment with presence, awesome. The next one is never complimenting. This is a fucking bullshit one. So complimenting someone when done right puts you in a position of authority, and you're qualifying that person essentially, and you're giving something. As long as you're not supplicative, or as long as it comes off genuine, if you have one of these two things down pat, you're all good to use compliments. Okay. The next one, never be dominant. Sorry, you need to be dominant. Being Having in mind that you need to be dominant isn't actually dominance. It's domineering. Domineering itself is insecurity. It's when you're trying so hard to, I guess, be alpha, or you're using too much aggressive behavior where it comes off as insecure. So you're better off just focusing on becoming unreactive and grounded, because this is actually proper dominance, right? Just being so relaxed, unfazed in your being that nothing sways you. Okay, the next one is using push pull. You can use a push pull as long as it's done correctly. If you're pushing in such a negative context and it's not very balanced with the positive, right? You go too far with the push and too little with the positive, or even just being too far with the push is bad. Imagine if somebody said something so crude to you, how would you feel? Empathy. The next one is wait 3 days. Don't do this. She's going to either forget about you or just think you've lost interest. Okay. The next one is always escalate. Don't do that, right? You want to be slowly and gradually building escalation where there's not too much pressure on her, right? There's none of this aggressive behavior where she's like, she can be attracted but there's no actual like comfort built. It's kind of like you'll notice that she'll tense up with her shoulders. Anything that's going to cause her to become uncomfortable, I'd say that's like too aggressive in the escalation. So focus on smaller movements done in a subtle fashion. That's going to be far more of a positive to your like dating skills. rather than, over the top aggressive, go for the instant makeout, hands over the shoulder, come here, like without actually, building up any physical intimacy first. Okay. The next one is never show too much interest. You always want to be showing a little less interest than her, but being so cold and distant is not beneficial. And she wants to see that you're interested, but she wants you to remain a little bit of a mystery at all times too. So just understanding those contradicting ideas and dating advice will help you. So the problem isn't that every piece of advice is wrong. It's that constantly trying to apply the rules makes you stop responding naturally to the woman in front of you. Okay. So once you've internalized the skills, you don't need to consciously apply them, right? You'll start to become far more spontaneous rather than having to, adhere to things that are being taught in most dating, most in like the dating scene these days, right? In meeting women during the day, you don't need to be so stringent to what they're saying. You need to develop a sense of spontaneity about what you're doing. This is genuine. Anyway, I hope this video is of massive fucking help. I'll be out with another one tomorrow. Thank you.